It's an art installation. Hey gamers, it's Winry here from Grinding This Game. Back with Oxygen Not Included, Outbreak. And last we left off, food and everything was good. Oxygen was pretty good. It's a bit thin now, but it's nice and rich up near the top of the base here. And I'm probably going to move this electrolyzer down lower in the base because it's hitting max pressure. We've got one right here, so this area is pretty good. But I'll probably put one down right about here. So let's use our water from the lower water reservoir. We've got two geysers. One's over here, bottom right, and it's filling up this area here, which is kind of getting overfilled. And then we've got a geyser in the top left, way up here, which is also filling up a lot. So we almost need to use the electrolyzers to use up all the fresh water. And that should solve our oxygen problem. And I've re-enabled the printing pod, so I'm going to start taking on some more dupes here. See how that goes. Have to keep an eye on our reports to make sure we have enough food coming in. But I think we'll be fine. There we go. And I'm going to put airflow tiles in everywhere just to make sure that this base is super permeable. They have a low decor, but it doesn't really matter with all these paintings and stuff. Probably need some wheezeworts right beside this electrolyzer. It might get hot. There they go. It's holding their breath. There's one other experiment I wanted to try. Not experiment, but I want to see if we can get morbs from an outhouse that's full. I heard that you could do that, so let's build a hand washing station first. We'll make this the bathroom over here. And then we'll stick an outhouse in here. So now we got our outhouse. It's full, and I've disabled it, and I've locked the door so they can't get in here and clean it. So if we wait long enough, I think we might get morbs. We'll have to see. And I've taken on one more dupe, and we got 4 beds left, so I'm going to make another level of bedrooms along here. And oxygen's looking pretty good now. It's getting a bit cold in this area. Might uproot this wheezewort. Let's put some beds in. And some nice paintings for them. They build pretty fast when they're all idle. Look at that. It's an art installation. probably take on 15 more dupes in terms of beds. Not sure in terms of food. Just moving this vent down here because we just put this electrolyzer here not so long ago and it's competing with the pressure here, so deconstruct that vent. And we got some new dupes. Let's see who we got. 0, 0, 0, 0. Everything's 0. Wow, I've never seen this before. Level 0 lump. A lump. Never seen that. 3 positive things. Squeamish. And diver's lungs. Okay, diver's lungs, lots of strength. This looks good. So we haven't got any morbs in here yet. Maybe we have to have polluted dirt on the ground for this to work. Let's allow Marie in here. Let's try disassembling this. See if we get any morbs. We gotta let Marie back out. What did she just pick up? Granite, that's okay. So we got polluted dirt on the ground. We'll see if we get any morbs in there. Oh yeah, I put in a thermal regulator to cool the CO2 that's coming out of here. So it's coming in at 40 degrees and coming out at 25, which is a good temperature for our mealwood. So eventually pumping all the CO2 in these rooms should bring it down to around 25 degrees. Which is kind of ideal for mealwood. How's our polluted water doing? Is it still going up? Yep, it's kind of getting dangerously high here. Just realized nothing's using this whole generator here. We could put in more fertilizer makers. Use that excess power. Do need a power transformer. Stick this here. New dupes. Buff, flatulent. We don't want flatulent. Diver's lungs, anemic. That sounds good. Pretty much taking on everyone unless they're really bad. We get any morbs yet? In our special room? No. The way you used to get morbs is by having a dead dupe in a room. We could sacrifice one of the dupes. See what happens. Maybe we could try building another outhouse. And put someone in, let's say Ada. We'll take her off everything except for massage and build. And we'll let her go in there. Maybe she needs to deliver as well, so she can get the supplies there. There she goes. Now we'll take her off everything, so she can just use the washroom and that's it. Put some more fertilizer makers in here. Now eventually, if we keep building these fertilizer makers, we'll be able to use up all our polluted water. I'm gonna get rid of this polluted water here, it's kind of bothering me right here. I think if we let a little bit of it out, we'll be able to mop it up. Not quite sure. Probably dig up and over. Oh, it's dripping. It's coming out already. Don't need this ladder. Mop that stuff up. Let's get our new dupe. Can't build, can't aid. Good strength, good immunity. Let's go with this one. Mop, my little people, mop. Uh-oh. It broke. Mop. They can do it. Should flatten out. Okay, we got it all, I think. Except for this bit up here, which they can't get. Now we can get rid of this nasty slime here. It's been bugging me. Sure you want airflow tile. Oh, we got a lot of dirty air. Just realized. Gonna need to filter that out. We already have a deodorizer here, so it'll get through it. Kind of falling into the base though. Ugh. Let's put another one here. Maybe one down here. I'm going to seal all this in so we get nice tile on the inside of the base. Oh no, don't get trapped in there. Oh, Harold. Oh, Harold, you dummy. Get out of there. So we're going to dig in here so they can build this last little piece. And I hope the water won't break through. I don't think it will. So let's seal it up here. Just in case this breaks. So we're up to 500,000 food. How was our food yesterday? Oh, minus 12,000. Seems like it's all over the place. We'll just keep on ticking on dupes. Maybe we'll go to 30 and wait a few cycles and see how things pan out. It's getting very full in here. Even with all those fertilizer makers. Guess we need a few more. Might need to pump some of this out and put it somewhere else. Like down here maybe. So we could use this little space that we already have here. Dump some of the polluted water in there. I'm surprised that with all these fertilizer makers, we're not consuming this fast enough. These 3 carbon skimmers, if they were going all full bore, would be making 3 kilograms of polluted water per second. So we would need a lot of these fertilizer makers to use it all up. But they're not running all the time. Could put 2 more in. I'm just trying to get things into balance so that we don't have to worry about the polluted water overflowing. Just realized we have one big loop here. Don't need that anymore. We can cut this pipe here. Check out that oxygen. Almost perfect all the way down. That's what we like to see. Let's take on Frankie. Welcome, Frankie. We're kind of out of eating tables, I just realized. Guess we could put a row here. We might need more showers eventually. Not sure. Might as well put some more art in since we have time and the resources. It's getting laggier. Oh yeah. Let me know if any of you else are experiencing this where harvesting just turns itself off like this. It's really weird. I'm sure it's a bug, but don't need these wires anymore. Get the metal back out of them. Stress is way lower in this Outbreak expansion. I got 1 massage table and stress has been at 0 for like forever. So it's not as hard to manage. I mean, I do have high decor, so that's helping, but... Oh, it's getting kind of warm in here. Actually, 37 is what they like. So that should be fine. Probably wondering why I paused to build. It's just because it's so laggy. It's much more responsive when I pause. Just putting a valve in here so we can control the amount that goes in this tiny little tank here. Oh yeah, and I was going to open this up. All this was from our aquatuner experiments where we're trying to boil polluted water. And it kind of worked, but it's too finicky. Let's turn that valve off for now and see if this water level goes back up. So we're 2 tiles away from the vent. So we'll see how it maintains. How's our water tanks doing? Quite full down up there. And down here, quite full as well. And this is starting to overflow the source of our water. Now what's going to happen if that keeps going up? I guess eventually it'll just hit this level and stop, I hope. If you're wondering how I zoom out so much, it's the screenshot mode, which is just Alt S, and then you can mouse wheel back. Useful for when your base gets big and you want to kind of keep an eye on everything. You can scroll out and then hit Alt S again to see your text again. Oh, got a new dupe. Who should we take? We don't really need any diggers anymore, so we'll take Mima. So it sounds like Clay's going to have another update in about 3 weeks. Not quite sure what's going to be in it, but I'm excited. I think they're trying to make a release every 6 weeks now, just to get into regular cadence. It's a good idea. I think eventually they're going to put some kind of metallurgy thing in so you can forge new metals or combine metals, but I'm not positive on that. Could consider growing some more food. Could use this room here. Let's get that room ready. Someone made a comment about using farm tiles instead, which makes sense because you can get more room, get more growing area. But my rooms were all 4 tiles high anyway, so I just kind of stuck with it. But you could definitely pack more food into this area. It's the red-blue base. Red on the left, blue on the right. Oh, the air pressure in here is 13 kilograms now of natural gas. That's a lot. But I don't think it can get... I think these will keep making fertilizer no matter what the pressure is. I just realized these are not equalized. There's no airflow tile here. I could put one in. Let's do that. Don't really need one, but... Now this fertilizer is just going to keep building up forever. We have 220,000 of it right now. A little bit of natural gas popped out. There we go, it's all spilling out of there now. So the polluted water seems pretty stable. I don't think it's moved. So maybe we've got good balance now. New dupes. Diver's lungs, we like that. Small bladder, that's fine. Like that 9 immunity. Just let this run for a few cycles and then I can speed it up. And then we'll come back and see how things are going. Looks like our oxygen generation is in balance now, with 28 dupes. I think we could afford to put one more electrolyzer in. Where is the oxygen the thinnest? Around in the middle. I think I might put one right here. Right here. That'll help us use the fresh water up as well. So there we go. Even more oxygen. Cycle 700. How many dupes can we take on? That is the question. These 2 toilets are very busy. 2 toilets for 29 dupes. They look like little submarines. These handles. Could also put food in this room. I think I might do that. Can't have too much food. Especially with idle dupes. Eventually I could use this room too. This is just our morb toilet experiment. And I guess I could use this room too. It's not really a room right now. It's usually not the number of dupes that is the limiting factor, it's the lag. That's what I've always found. The nice thing about having CO2 grow rooms is that they're sterile, so any food that falls on the ground just stays sterile as well. I should probably seal this room and pump chlorine into it, but I've been too lazy to do that. It's a lot of storage. How's our polluted water situation down here? 1, 2, seems level, that's really good. So it's not going up. With more dupes going to the bathroom though, there's going to be a little bit more polluted water going in there. A little bit more. Now they're kind of queuing up for the bathroom here. Might put in a 3rd toilet. Haven't had any accidents yet though, so we'll keep it for now. All my bases end up looking the same, kind of boring. Columns. Functional, but not very nice looking. And not very symmetrical either. Got floors that are different widths and stuff. This ladder that doesn't line up. Could try to tidy it all up. Could do a bit more exploration here. Could go down here. See what's down there. Made a mess. That's not good. Do we need more bathrooms, I wonder? Probably take out this medical bed. No one seems to be getting ill. And put in another wash basin and toilet. There we go, that should help a bit. We're actually out of food storage. Could put some on this side. Oh, they're putting sleet wheat grain in there. Huh. Don't really want that in there. It was all sleet wheat grain. Well, our food just keeps going up and up. And we're at 0 stress, we've got no germ problems. If the lag wasn't an issue, we could probably take on 20 more dupes at least. Because we have excess fresh water, we've got excess power, we could just generate more oxygen. And we could just generate more food too. It's just more of the same now. I'm gonna have to add the odd shower or bathroom. Polluted water seems to be stable. Hasn't really moved in the last half an hour. And we never got a morb to spawn in here. I thought we would with a full toilet, but we haven't. So I think I'll wrap up this episode. I'm pretty happy with this base, but it's not much more I can do with it. I could build some kind of fancy hydrogen bubblers or aqua tuner experiments again. But it's running pretty steady state, and like I said, I could probably add 10 or 20 more dupes and things would still be fine. And I've explored pretty much the whole map, except for the very bottom. There's a few bits. So I'll probably either start a new base, or wait for the update, which is coming in 3 weeks. I'll probably start a new base though. I might try to do like a single dupe solo base challenge. That'd be kind of interesting. Or maybe a low-tech challenge where I don't use any natural gas power or try to make the smallest sustainable base. Some kind of challenge. Yeah, some kind of self-made challenge. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Not a whole lot got done. And hit that subscribe button if you want to get alerted on future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.